Alright, so right now I'm about to bleach my eyebrows. Something I've decided recently is that I'm going to stop basing my opinions on other people and not care so much about what other people think. I've been wanting to bleach my eyebrows for years and I just never have before because I was worried about people staring at me or thinking it looked bad, but I've always really loved the look. I think it looks so cool and unique, and I'm not going to not try bleaching my eyebrows just because some people might think it looks bad. I think it looks really cool and I think that's all that matters. And even if I decide I don't like it, their eyebrows, they grow back, so it's not really a big deal. I bought this cream bleach on Amazon. I'm hoping this works because I saw some mixed reviews. Some people said it just makes your eyebrows lighter but doesn't lift them to blonde, and I want them very light, very bleached, so I'm hoping this bleach works well. Also, just a disclaimer, it is dangerous to bleach your eyebrows because it's really bad if you get bleach in your eyes, so just a warning that if you do decide to bleach your eyebrows, to please exercise caution. I've never done this before, but I did a bit of research and I'm going to be as careful as possible, so. Alright, so first, using the spatula, I'm going to use the cream bleach to fill the mixing cup. And there should be a line in this cup to fill it to. Also, I'm going to grab my saran wrap in advance. This is going to activate the bleach more. I feel like that's good. One accelerated capful of powder and add it to the mixing cup. Alright, it's mixed, so now it's time to apply. I'm so nervous. I did get this washcloth so that I can kind of protect my eye as I'm applying it to each eyebrow. Okay, that was so nerve-wracking. I'm gonna put the saran wrap on now. It's starting to burn my skin a little bit, but I did have to get a bit under the eyebrow just because I had like some tiny baby hairs I didn't want to miss. Alright, the package says to wait for 8 minutes, so I'm probably going to wait 8 and then see if it looks lighter, and if not, I'll wait a little longer. I'm thinking I might have to leave it on for like 10 plus minutes, but we'll see what happens. Alright, it's been 8 minutes, so I'm going to check and see how it's looking and then decide whether it needs longer or not. Okay, I see that it is lightening, but one of the issues I was worried about is happening is that I did have my eyebrows microbladed 4.5 years ago, and although the pigment has faded a lot, there is a very like a light brown ashy shadow underneath my actual eyebrows where the microblading tattoo is. Since microblading is basically a semi-permanent tattoo, you can't dye microblading, so that can't be bleached. But I'm hoping my eyebrow hairs will cover up the pigment, but I'm not sure, so I don't know if I'm going to have like a weird shadow behind the bleached eyebrows. I don't know, but I can kind of see the microblading. Here, I'll get close so you guys can see what I'm talking about. That like light brown shadow isn't eyebrow hair, it's like my microblading tattoo. So I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to have them bleached completely because of the weird shadow underneath, but I think I might put like a little more in and then just leave it in for a couple more minutes and see what happens. Okay, I did 5 more minutes-ish, and now I'm going to check again. I feel like it's looking pretty blonde. I think it just needs to be toned, maybe? You can definitely see the microblading underneath. I'm not sure how weird it's going to look until I actually wipe it off, but I'm hoping that doesn't ruin what it looks like. You can definitely see the brown underneath. I'm hoping once I tone it, it'll look better, because right now with like the microblading underneath and then the yellow on top, it's giving psychopath, and it's not the energy I'm trying to give off. I don't know. I'm gonna rinse it off and then tone it and we'll see. Alright, I rinsed it off. I actually kind of don't mind it. I think I'm going to like it once it's toned, because although you can see the shadow behind it, I think once I cool down the shade, it won't look bad. I'm going to be using this purple shampoo. I used to use this on my hair. The one I have is from Redken. It has the violet pigment in it, so should work pretty good. Okay, so I toned them. They're still a bit yellowy, but I think they look better. And if you look up close, you can see the microblading underneath the hair. So it looks a bit funny from up close, but I think even from like a foot away from me, it kind of blends in and you can't tell. So I don't think it really matters because no one is going to be getting that close to my eyebrows, you know? If you're like just standing in front of me, I feel like it kind of blends together. So far I think I like it, but I think I'm going to like it more if I put some makeup on. So I'm going to put my makeup on now. Nothing crazy, just maybe like lip gloss or something. And I'm going to moisturize my face because I didn't do that yet, and we'll see. It looks a little crazy, but still cool at the same time. Let me know what you think, if I'm delusional or not. Okay, so I changed out of that ugly t-shirt that I was just wearing because I didn't care if it got bleach on it, and I'm wearing this new romper I just got from PacSun. I think this was on sale for like 15 bucks. It is so cute, so comfortable. Let's see. And then all I did for makeup was curl my eyelashes and just put like a little bit of lip liner and lip balm on. I think the eyebrows look so good. Like, I've always loved bleach brows on other people, and I thought it would look okay on me, but I wasn't sure if it would look good or if it would just kind of make my face look weird or just not be really flattering on me. But I think it actually makes me look better than when I have dark eyebrows. I think it just adds like a really fun, more interesting look to my face, and I think it makes my eyes look a lot bigger too. I'm like shocked at how good it looks. I think it looks amazing. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Let me know what you think if I'm just delusional, but I'm really happy with it. I think it looks so cool. I'm so happy I bleached my eyebrows. If you've been thinking about it, you should definitely do it, but be careful because I was really scared about getting it in my eye. That's a big no-no. I've heard like a lot of salons actually won't do it for you because of the risk. So I'm not sure if you can get it done somewhere professionally, but I left the toner on for 8 minutes and it's still a bit reddish and yellowish. I can just tone it more or bleach it more next time. I'm so happy with how these turned out. I don't know, it's such a huge confidence booster for me. I feel like I feel so much more confident with these bleached eyebrows. It's like I feel like a different person. I'm obsessed. I'm so glad I did this. I feel like this is a good example of like if you're thinking of doing anything in life and holding yourself back because you're worried about what other people might think or other people will judge you or not like it. Like this is a good example of you should just go for it because this looks so good and I love it so much. And if I'd never tried it because I was worried people would think it was weird, then I never would have known what it looked like. And I never would have found out that I liked it this much. So same thing goes with like a lot of things in life, like starting a YouTube channel or like trying a new hobby, or even for me like studying abroad. I was kind of nervous about, you know, going to another country by myself because when I studied abroad I didn't go with anyone from my school. You know, I went completely alone and I had crippling social anxiety in college. I still have social anxiety, it's just not as bad as it used to be. I've worked through it like a lot. But when I applied to study abroad, I had the worst social anxiety. I was so shy, but I did it anyway because I'd always wanted to study abroad since I was little. I always dreamed of like going to school and living in another country. And I studied abroad in Paris and it was like a life-changing experience. It was one of the best things I've ever done, or probably the best thing actually I've ever done in my life. And I would actually love to live there permanently. I think about it all the time. So Yeah, if I had just like listened to being scared of going there and having people not like me, then I would have missed out on like one of the best experiences of my life. I know I'm like making this so deep over like eyebrows, but I don't know, I've just been thinking a lot about things like that lately. I'm moving to my bed, but I've just been thinking a lot about that lately, about how like life is too short to not just go for the things you want and to try new things, because honestly, at the end of the day, I feel like when you get older, you're never going to look back and regret trying new things and being yourself. I feel like you're never going to be old and be like, I wish I would have not done all those things I liked and listened to people who were judging me and not done them. When you're older, you're going to look back and regret not trying things you wanted to do. I'm trying to live by that more lately, that I'm not going to let fear, self-doubt, or fear of other people's judgment hold me back from doing the things I want to do. And I've actually been thinking about bleaching my eyebrows for years, but what reminded me and got me back on it, which is funny, is that I watched a movie the other day. It's called X. It's a horror movie with Mia Goth. And there's actually a sequel coming out called Maxine, and there's a prequel to the movie too called Pearl. Anyway, she is naturally very light eyebrows, and in that movie her hair was dyed a dark brown. I thought like the barely visible, like really light eyebrows with the dark hair looked so good on her, so it really inspired me to bleach my eyebrows and reminded me that I've been wanting to do it for a while. Another thing funny too is there was a quote in this movie, and I actually really like the movie. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should. It was like a little bit over the top at parts, but it was really cinematic and I really enjoyed it. I love the setting, that it was set in like 1979. I love the outfits, and I loved how the movie was shot. It was just so cinematic and a lot of beautiful shots in the movie. But I actually really liked this one quote that the main character, Maxine, said a couple times. She said, "I will not accept a life I do not deserve," and I just thought that was such an inspiring quote. I don't know. Funny because it was kind of a goofy horror movie a little bit, but it really resonated with me, and I don't know, I really related to her character because I feel like she wanted to be famous, but ultimately she just wanted to be successful and have a better life, I feel like. So that really resonated with me, is not accepting a life you don't deserve. And I feel like that's something we can all remind ourselves, that we all deserve good things in life, and you shouldn't sell yourself short or like think if you're maybe, you know, in a bad relationship or have a bad job or something like that, that you don't deserve better, because you do. And I think sometimes we can sell ourselves short, because I know I do that with like my job a lot. Sometimes I feel like I'm not smart enough to get a better job, even though I know that's not true and that I deserve to have a better job and I can get one. It's just sometimes I feel like we doubt ourselves a lot and think that we're not worth as much as we are. So I really like that quote. It's like, I'm not going to accept a life I don't deserve. And I loved her southern accent. She's like, I will not accept a life I do not deserve. That was probably the worst fake southern accent, but I love southern accents. I think they're so cute. I wish I had one. Good morning. I'm working from home today and I'm still obsessed with my eyebrows. I think they just look so cool, and this is one of the most exciting beauty type things I've ever tried out. I feel like it's almost more exciting than bleaching my hair. Drinking a little matcha this morning. And I'm also getting a new camera in the mail later, and I'm really excited about it. It's this really tiny camera, so I think I can get really cool shots of different perspectives, and it'll just add something more interesting to my YouTube videos. And I've been planning on filming some more full-length YouTube videos lately, because I've mostly been sticking to YouTube shorts, but I want to do some more actual videos. So I think that this camera is going to be really good for that. I'm going to show you guys me unboxing it later, and then maybe I'll do a few test shots too. Alright, so I got my camera in the mail. I'm so excited to unbox it. I'm done with work for the day. The camera is the Insta360 Go 3, and I chose this one over other action cameras because I like the size, and I also like that you can mount it on anything metal because it is a magnet, so I thought that was really cool. Like a really good idea to have a magnetic camera. Although this is a bit lower quality, like lower resolution than some other cameras, it doesn't have 4K, and I think it's not very good in low light, but to me the advantage of having a smaller camera is more important than shooting in 4K, and also I just think I'm going to be able to get some really unique shots for my vlogs and like cool perspectives, and I already have a ton of ideas of like places I can put the camera, and I think it'll be really fun for dog walks too. So let's unbox it. Got my scissors. So I forgot to mention, but I got the vlogger kit on sale. The camera itself already comes with a few different accessories, but this kit was actually cheaper than just buying the camera for some reason on Amazon. So I got the kit, and it came with a carrying case and also a 2-in-1 tripod. I'm going to open the camera up on my desk so that I don't make a mess on the floor here. Daisy.